Welcome back, familiar to Northside LDN Caramba, and today Arsenal are being linked to the Real Madrid number 2 goalkeeper, Andre Lunin, the Ukrainian goalkeeper, 25 years old, being linked to Arsenal as the replacement for Aaron Ramsdale. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, hitting the bell notification, all that good stuff, and we're going to get straight into it. Real Madrid star considering exit in face of offer from Arsenal. The article reads a headline member of the first team ranked at La Liga giants Real Madrid is giving serious consideration to a departure from the club this summer. That's according to Cope, who point towards Andre Lunin as the player in question. Shotstopper Lunin, for his part, has a contract extension offer on the table in Spain's capital running through the summer of 2029. On the back of a disappointing close to the campaign, which saw him swiftly relegated back to the bench following the injury return of Courtois. However, the Ukrainian is no longer sure of whether or not to put pen to paper on as much. Lunin, it claimed, has received proposals from several leading clubs from across the continent ahead of the expiration of his current Real Madrid deal in 12 months' time. On one such outfit, come in the form of Arsenal, who are seemingly ready to move on Aaron Ramsdale, with Lunin considered an option to compete with David Raya for starting duties. Increasingly, uh, increasingly of the option that Blanco's head coach Carlo Ancelotti does not trust him. The 25-year-old, as a result, could soon be on the move. Now, got Lunin right there. I actually think he's not a bad goalkeeper. He's had to fit in. He's had to do a job when Courtois was injured. Real Madrid still went on to win the league. They won the Champions League. I think overall he's a decent goalkeeper. I would take Lunin as a backup. I would take him as a backup, and arguably he's probably a better goalkeeper than someone like Ray. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I would take Lunin at Arsenal. Courtois already know he's a bad boy goalkeeper. There's no shame of being number 2 to Courtois. I actually think he's a good goalkeeper. He's had 10 clean sheets over 21 appearances in La Liga. He's had 2 clean sheets in 8 appearances in the Champions League. And I actually think he's a decent goalkeeper. I do think he would be an upgrade to Aaron Ramsdale. I think he's a good goalkeeper. But why would he leave Real Madrid? That's the only thing. Why would he leave Real Madrid? Won La Liga, won the Champions League. Real Madrid never go on long trophy droughts. They always, winning major honors. The goalkeeper position, I reckon this guy stays at Real Madrid. The goalkeeper position, there's only one position up for grabs. And at the end of the day, he knows he's behind Courtois, but I think he's actually a decent goalkeeper. I think he's a good goalkeeper, and I think he will. I think he'll end up staying. They're saying that the contract at Real Madrid is until 2029, so he's still got more than a few years on his contract. He's valued at £25 million on transfer mark, so he's easily probably going to go for like 40 odd million plus. You know what I mean, with the contract length. And I don't see him. I really don't see the reason why he would leave. Um, I just don't. I don't see why he'd leave a club like Real Madrid. I'll be completely honest. But it is what it is. It says Lunin, for his part, has a contract extension offer on the table in Spain's capital, running through the summer of 2029. Also, he's got a contract extension. Sorry, I apologize. He's got a contract extension offer on the table. I reckon he stays at Real Madrid. I reckon he stays there and collects more trophies. I just don't see him leaving. And why would he come to Arsenal? He can be there and pick up more trophies. I mean, Ceballos didn't choose to to come to Arsenal. He's over there picking up trophies on the bench for Real Madrid. I don't think he really cares. Obviously every player is different. Some players do want to prove themselves and do want to be number one. The goalkeeping position is probably the hardest. If he comes to Arsenal, would he be number one? Probably. He may not. It depends how much money we get him for. If we're paying 40 odd million pounds for him to come and be our number one goalkeeper, if you pay big money for him, then I can see him being number one. David Raya isn't. I don't think is a world class goalkeeper. I wouldn't say that this guy's a world class goalkeeper either, but it's not set that David Raya is our number one goalkeeper. He's not light years. I don't think he's light years ahead of Lunin. And there's an argument that Lunin is a better goalkeeper, playing at a bigger club. Was able to do a decent job when Courtois was injured. So it's one of them ones. I think. Listen, I do want to upgrade on the goalkeeper position. Is Lunin going to be the main guy that I would go to upgrade the goalkeeper position? No, he wouldn't. I'm not going to lie about that. But at the same time, I think he's a good goalkeeper. Aaron Ramsdale leaving, been linked with Newcastle. It is what it is. It is what it is. Aaron Ramsdale looks like he's going to leave. His dad, he's come out in interviews saying that he's not happy with his position at Arsenal, going from number one goalkeeper to number two. I can see reasons for and against on both. So, yeah, that's what I think about it. I think this is a deal that I don't really see happening. I don't see Lunin coming to Arsenal unless he's offered the number one position, because why is he going to leave Real Madrid being number two but picking up major honours, almost guaranteed all the time, to come to Arsenal where we're yet to get over the line in major honours and still be number two to David Raya if Arteta chooses David Raya to be his number one? Doesn't really make complete sense to me, if I'll be completely honest. I think Lunin, I think he should stay at Real Madrid in my opinion, but I wouldn't be angry at Arsenal getting Lunin. But obviously there's goalkeepers like Oblak and other goalkeepers that I think are way ahead of this guy that we could go out there and try to get. Obviously wouldn't be easy, but that's what happens when you want to be champions. That's what happens when you're a big club. You got to get difficult signings over the line. And it is what it is. I just don't see much to this story. I think the story has only been created because basically, he may trigger the extension, he may not. He's got a contract that is expiring in 12 months' time. I think he re-signs with Real Madrid. He's got an option on the table to resign to 2029, which I misread. So apologies for that. His contract's running out in 12 months. He's got an extension offer of for his contract to run till 2029. I don't see why he would pick Arsenal ahead of that contract extension. So that's what I think about it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Lunin. Do you rate him? Do you not? Do you watch La Liga? Do you think Ramsdale will end up staying? It kind of feels like the talks for Ramsdale's all over the place. Will he go to Newcastle? Will he not? I don't know. It's kind of up in the air of which club is set to get Aaron Ramsdale. What do you guys think about Aaron Ramsdale? Do you think he'll end up staying? I just don't really know, because it's just the talks are all over the place and nothing's really concrete at the moment in terms of where the players that we're trying to offload are going. And so it's just kind of all over the place. It's kind of all over the place. Arsenal looked like they were set to get Xerxes. Now Xerxes going. Sesko has now signed a contract extension. He's staying at RB Leipzig, a player that it looked like from all the reports that we were going to get the player over the line, and now he's signed a contract extension. So I take these reports with a pinch of salt. I'll tell you if I generally want Arsenal to sign those players. If I don't, if people ask me about do I believe it's true, that's another story. Just going through different transfer stories surrounding the Arsenal Football Club. But I don't believe most of them. I don't believe most of them. I don't believe, and this is why. People saying that the Xerxes deal was imminent. It wasn't. Sesko deal was imminent. It wasn't. Apparently, we're in for Isak. Now it looks like we're not 100% on Isak. It's all over the place. So listen, familia, make sure you're liking and subscribing, and the bell notification, and gonna keep dropping these transfer videos. So make sure you stay tuned. And without further ado, I'm out.